This isn't just a supermoon. It's the universe's final desperate attempt to wake you up before the final chapter of the year begins. Tomorrow, you'll witness a supermoon, the one that people who feel energy in their bones have been waiting for all year. And here's the thing. What you do before this moon peaks could completely rewrite the path you're on. Most people will ignore it. You won't. Because if you're here, there's a reason you found this message today. And if you're sensitive to lunar shifts, this is even more crucial for you to be aware of. So pay attention, because this might just be the shift you need. This isn't just any full moon. It's the closest the moon is going to get to us here on Earth. And what that really means is that it's going to look bigger, shine brighter, and its pull is going to be so much stronger. It's not just pulling on the oceans. It's pulling on your energy, your feelings, and even the choices you make. When the moon gets this close, it doesn't just light up the sky. It has a real effect on you and everyone around you, and not just in a spiritual way. This supermoon is happening today, October 6th, and for some of you, it'll stretch right into the 7th. It's not just about how pretty it looks. It's about what it can actually do. And that's where you come in. There are some things you really need to do before this moon shows up. Because if you don't, well, it might just wake you up the hard way. You can't just ask for things without offering something in return. The universe is definitely listening, but you know what? It's also waiting. This October supermoon isn't some wishing well you just throw a coin into. It's more like a mirror, and it only shows you what you're truly ready to give up. We all talk about manifesting, asking, attracting, but the real truth is that energy doesn't just move on its own. Something of equal value has to be let go. It's like a law of nature. You want that next chapter of your life to start. Then you've got to finally close the one that's been hanging around for way too long. This is the kind of moon that asks for a trade. Not with money or just saying the right words, but with your actions. So what are you willing to let go of to make space for what you've been asking for? Maybe it's a toxic connection you keep telling yourself you can handle. Maybe it's that one excuse you always use to stay exactly where you are. Or maybe it's that comfort zone that's been quietly holding you back. Don't just ask for something new. You've got to be willing to sacrifice for it. Because the second you make an offering, even a small one, the energy instantly changes. The supermoon isn't listening to your words. It's responding to your willpower. So before you start setting your intentions, first decide what you're ready to give up. The universe doesn't answer empty requests. It rewards an exchange. The people who walk into this moonlight with clean, empty hands, not full ones, are the ones who are going to walk away changed. Some seeds will only grow in the quiet and the dark. If you talk about them too soon, you're just exposing them to winds they were never meant to face. There's something a little risky about sharing your next big move during a supermoon. The energy right now, it's wild, it's magnetic, it's all over the place, and it's still taking shape. When you speak your plans out loud too early, you're kind of handing your personal energy over to all that chaos. Some people will get it, but others, they'll project their own fears onto your idea. And all of a sudden, that thing that felt so pure inside of you starts to get a little warped. This is why your most important goals, the ones that feel closest to your heart, should probably stay hidden until they've really started to grow. Keep them sealed up inside your own energy. Let them build up their own momentum, quietly, underneath all the noise of the world. Silence isn't about being secretive. It's about protection. Not every dream is supposed to get a round of applause when it's just a baby. Think of this supermoon like a vault. Whatever you keep private right now will grow so much stronger because it's untouched by anyone else's opinions or energy. Protect your goal the same way nature protects a seed in the dark. Nobody can see it, but it's alive and growing. And when the time is right, when the energy settles down and the path becomes clear, What you've been nurturing in that silence will be impossible for anyone to ignore. This October supermoon is not a subtle kind of energy. It's basically an amplifier for everything that's already going on inside you. When the moon gets this close to Earth, it does more than just light up the sky. It actually makes the emotional energy of the whole planet stronger. Every feeling you've pushed down, every gut feeling you've ignored, every quiet little truth you know deep down. Suddenly, it all gets louder, clearer, and you just can't deny it anymore. This is why during supermoons, our emotions can feel like they have their own gravity. They just pull you in. They demand to be felt. People sometimes mistake this intensity for chaos, but it's not. It's actually clarity. The supermoon brings the kind of awareness that just cuts right through all the BS. It's like the universe takes a deep breath and says, "Hey, look again." Under this light, you don't get to see things how you wish they were. You see them exactly as they are. It's not always comfortable, no, but it's always freeing. Your intuition during this time, it becomes almost electric. You might find yourself knowing what people are going to say before they say it, or feeling the energy of a room the second you walk in, or just suddenly knowing things without any explanation. This isn't your imagination. It's you being in alignment. When the Earth and Moon get closer, the energetic gap between your conscious mind and your gut feeling also gets smaller. That's why insights just seem to pop into your head so easily, sometimes when you're not even looking for them. This supermoon is an energetic mirror. What it shows you isn't random. It's everything that's been waiting for you to pay attention to it. If you've been looking for clarity on what to do next, or trying to understand a relationship, this is the time to listen. Not by trying to force an answer, but by letting the silence speak to you. Supermoons don't give you new power. They just show you the power you forgot you already had. That's the secret most people miss. They get caught up in rituals or chants, forgetting that the real magic of this moon is just becoming aware. Because once you truly see something, you can't unsee it. Once you know, you can't unknow. And that's why the supermoon is both a gift and a test. It gives you the vision, but then it asks, so, what are you going to do with it? Right before the supermoon gets completely full and bright, something kind of strange tends to happen. You might feel this weird, almost magnetic pull to just withdraw from everything. It's not sadness, and it's not you trying to avoid things. It's your instinct kicking in. Your body knows what's coming, and it wants to be still to get ready for it. A lot of people will feel this, that sudden urge to turn off the phone, cancel plans, and just stay home and exist quietly. It's your soul's way of saying, hey, I need some space to process what's about to happen. This need to pull back isn't a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign of spiritual intelligence. Think about how nature gets really still right before a big storm. Well, your own energy field does the same thing before a big energetic impact. The universe is about to shift gears, and your whole system, your emotions, your mind, your energy, needs some quiet time to recalibrate. You're not cutting yourself off from life. You're actually getting in sync with it. When the moon gets this close, its gravitational pull affects our emotional tides too. You might feel these waves of old memories, or irritation, or restlessness that don't even seem like they're yours. Being alone helps you figure out what's really you're feeling and what's just the collective energy you're picking up on. In that solitude, all the noise dies down, and you can finally hear your own frequency again. Solitude isn't a retreat. It's a ritual of returning to yourself. Honoring this instinct means you trust that you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You don't owe anybody your energy right now. You're not avoiding people. You're preserving your own clarity. Because once that moon hits its peak, its energy is going to flood everything. And the people who took that quiet time beforehand, they'll be able to handle that surge with total ease. So if you find yourself wanting to be quiet, listen to that. That's the moment right before you get a download of awareness, the pause before the breakthrough, the silence before the light. You're not disappearing, you're charging up. And when the moon finally peaks, you'll understand why that quiet moment was more important than anything else. When a supermoon rises, it doesn't just move the tides in the ocean. It moves something inside of us. Its pull goes way beyond our individual feelings and kind of sinks the entire planet into one shared rhythm. For just a little while, it feels like all of humanity is breathing together under the same light, connected by something way deeper than we realize. Every supermoon is a reminder that we aren't just having separate experiences. We're all part of one big reaction. During these nights, emotions get turned up everywhere. People act a little differently without even knowing why. They're more expressive, more reactive, more alive. And it's not a coincidence. It's what you call resonance. When billions of people are hit with the same surge of energy, our thoughts and feelings start to echo across the whole world. That's why you often see major shifts, peace movements, big awakenings, breakthroughs, happen under a sky like this one. This October supermoon feels like a tuning fork for all of us, pulling our attention toward unity, empathy, and a sense of shared purpose. You might see strangers helping each other out of the blue, friends reconnecting after a long time, or sudden global realizations that seem to pop up all at once. It's the moon pulling on our collective heart, reminding us that no matter how divided we might seem, we're all still one big energy field, rising and falling together. Collective emotion is the most powerful force there is. And when billions of us feel it at the same time, the universe really listens. If your nights have started feeling a little strange, you're tossing and turning, waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning for no good reason, you're definitely not alone. The closer this supermoon gets, the more your body starts to sync up with its rhythm. The moon's pull doesn't just stop at the oceans. It runs right through you too. Think about it. We're made of mostly water. And when the moon comes this close to Earth, it stirs up something deep inside our body's own currents. That's why your sleep gets so unpredictable. You're not broken. You're just being retuned. Your body can feel the moon's energy before your mind even realizes what's happening. Under a supermoon, the brain's normal rest cycles can get a little scrambled. Some people can't fall asleep at all. Others wake up buzzing with energy or feeling super emotional. It's all the same thing, really. It's your energy field becoming alert while your physical body is trying to catch up. You might feel like you're half asleep but also wide awake, like a part of you is waiting for something you can't quite see. That's because this isn't a malfunction. It's an alignment. Your body knows when energy is building up in the atmosphere, and it keeps you conscious when something important is about to happen. So if you wake up in those early hours, don't fight it. Between 2 and 4 in the morning, the moon's energy is at its strongest, and our awareness just flows more easily. These aren't wasted hours. They're sacred ones. Sit in the silence, breathe, or just write down whatever comes into your mind. The thoughts and feelings that are coming up aren't distractions. They're messages. Insomnia during a supermoon isn't restlessness. It's revelation. The moon's glow doesn't want you to be unconscious. It wants you to be aware. That's why you might find old memories coming back, or suddenly have total clarity about a choice you've been avoiding. The night feels longer because time itself seems to slow down when our consciousness expands. So instead of trying to force yourself back to sleep, just let the moment happen. Let the light in. Let the silence speak. Right before a major energetic shift, the universe has a way of keeping its chosen ones awake. It doesn't want you lost in dreams when real clarity is right there for the taking. The supermoon isn't stealing your sleep. It's training your awareness. So if you find yourself awake again tonight, just staring at the ceiling while the rest of the world is asleep, know this: your body isn't restless. It's responding. It's listening. It's aligning with something huge that wants your full attention. Midnight on October 7th isn't just another moment on the clock. It's the exact tipping point of this supermoon's power. The air is going to feel heavier, the world will seem quieter, and time might even feel like it's pausing between breaths. This is the moment when the moon is at its absolute brightest. It's when the veil between our world and the spiritual world gets super thin, and everything you felt building up inside you finally comes together. This isn't just symbolic. It's a real energetic event. The pulse of the earth syncs up with your own, and your intention becomes the spark of ignition. Midnight isn't the end of the day. It's the beginning of what you can't see. In these final hours, everything gets sharper. You might feel restless, emotional, or just strangely wide awake. That's not anxiety. That's your energy aligning with the moon's powerful surge. Midnight under a supermoon has velocity. What that means is your thoughts gain weight. Your emotions get turned up. Your focus becomes like a magnet. This is the moment where what you're truly feeling starts to become real. But this isn't about asking for what you want. It's about declaring what you're ready for. The universe doesn't respond to vague wishes. It responds to clarity. The supermoon amplifies what's authentic, not what's a fantasy. So you have to ask yourself, is this desire I have coming from a place of fear or from a place of truth? Because when the answer is pure, that frequency just locks right in. Every supermoon shows you what you're actually manifesting, not what you say you want, but what your energy truly believes you deserve. As the clock strikes 12, the air itself might almost seem to hum. Some of you will feel a rush of warmth, a pulse of electricity, or just a wave of calm that brings tears to your eyes for no reason. That feeling? That's alignment. It's your body, mind, and energy all sensing up as one. Just let it happen. Speak what you intend with conviction, or just stand under the moonlight and let your silence speak louder than any words could. Midnight is like the soul's microphone. Whatever you whisper at that moment becomes a command. Keep this hour sacred. One distracted thought can send you spiraling, but one clear intention can actually shape your reality. Let the stillness after midnight settle around you. Don't just notice it, really feel it. Because when that silence comes, it isn't empty. It's the feeling of creation, and that's the moment the next version of you begins. Under a regular full moon, your aura, your personal energy field, stretches out like the tide. But under a supermoon, especially one this close, your energy field doesn't just expand. It surges way past its normal limits. This huge expansion is what makes the days around the supermoon feel so intense, so magnetic, and maybe even a little overwhelming. It's like your spiritual skin becomes more porous, and all of a sudden, you're feeling everything. Other people's moods, stray thoughts, even random tension from places you've never even been. This isn't a flaw in you. It's just a natural result of the moon's powerful pull. When the moon looks bigger, your energy field gets braver, but it also gets more vulnerable. This is why so many sensitive people have strange interactions right before a supermoon. Strangers might message you out of the blue. People you barely know suddenly pop up in your life. You might feel emotions that seem to come from nowhere. It's not just a coincidence. Your expanded aura is basically a beacon, and anything that matches your open frequency is drawn right to you. Some of that will be good stuff, synchronicities and opportunities. But some of it will be noise, other people's projections, and energy that just isn't right for you. Think of your aura like a room where you've thrown open every single window. The fresh air feels amazing, but without any screens, dust and bugs can drift right in too. Full moons always stretch your aura, but this supermoon stretches it so far that you can feel completely exposed. If you're not prepared, you'll end up absorbing energies that were never meant for you. And once they get inside, it can take a while to shake them off. Expansion without protection is just exposure. The key here isn't to stop your aura from expanding. That expansion is part of your growth. The key is to strengthen it before it peaks. That way, it expands like a fortress, not like a sponge. Each night, leading up to the supermoon, just take a moment before you go to sleep to seal your field. It doesn't have to be some complicated ritual. Even a single sentence, spoken with real intention, can act like spiritual armor. Just say, "Only truth and light may pass this field." That one sentence, repeated with belief, is enough to create a boundary between your energy and everything else. Imagine it like a soft glow sealing up your edges, or a quiet hum that closes your windows but still lets the breeze in. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about being prepared. The moon will magnify whatever you let in. So be intentional during the day. Be mindful of who you talk to and what you watch or read. Limit the unnecessary noise, the arguments, the doom scrolling. When your aura is wide open, everything sticks to you faster. Protecting your energy field now doesn't make you closed off. It makes you clear. It allows your expanded aura to attract only the things that make you stronger, not the things that drain you. When the moon peaks, your aura becomes your message to the universe. Protect it like it's sacred, because it is. This is how you meet the moon, not as a sponge, but as a lighthouse. The light still shines out, but nothing unwanted can get in. There comes a point when energy stops asking you nicely, and this supermoon, this is that moment. For months, maybe the universe has been patient with you, with your hesitation, your halfway decisions. You're waiting for the perfect time, but the perfect time is already here. This moon isn't rising to just remind you of what you could do. It's here demanding that you finally do it. Every delay you've justified, every excuse you've repeated to yourself, they all just kind of dissolve under this light. Because this supermoon isn't here to inspire you to think. It's here to ignite movement. This moon marks the end of the era of hesitation. From this point on, spirit won't wait. It will push. And you can feel it, can't you? That invisible pressure building up behind the things you've been putting off. It's not subtle anymore. You might feel it as a sense of agitation or a sudden powerful urge to change something major in your life. Your job, a relationship, where you live. That's not impatience. That's momentum building. The supermoon amplifies everything you've tucked away, and that includes your own untapped potential. It's like a spiritual deadline where all the energy that's been building up inside you finally demands a way out. You can't think your way around it anymore. You have to act. It doesn't matter if you feel ready. Readiness is just an illusion. The moon doesn't ask the ocean if it's ready before it moves the tides. It just moves them. And now, it's moving you. So take one bold, irreversible step before this supermoon peaks. Send the text you've been afraid to send. Commit to the choice you keep talking yourself out of. Start the project that's been living in the back of your mind for weeks. Do something physical, something visible, something you can't take back. Something that signals to the universe that you are now in motion. This moon closes the chapter on thinking about it. You are about to be more productive and impactful than ever before. Every supermoon magnifies energy, but this one magnifies direction. Whatever you put in motion right now will speed up. Whatever you keep putting off will start to decay. That's the law of lunar amplification. Energy flows toward movement, not toward indecision. If you stay still, you're going to feel stuck. If you act, you're going to feel unstoppable. The difference between feeling frustrated and having a breakthrough is just one single action. Think of it like a contract. If you take one step, the universe will take 10 steps with you. The moment you break your own pattern of hesitation, weird synchronicities will start showing up. Messages will align. Doors will open. It's not magic. It's motion. Because once the supermoon reaches its full brightness, it locks in the direction of everything you've already started. So choose carefully, act with purpose. And remember, this isn't a time to plan. It's a time to move. Spirit doesn't reward perfect timing. It rewards decisive energy. So whatever has been lingering in your life, unfinished or unsaid, either end it or begin it before this moon peaks. That energy won't wait for you. And if you do nothing, that very same energy will turn inward and become restlessness, anxiety, or regret. This is your turning point. This is the final push. Let this supermoon find you in motion. Every energetic opportunity has an expiration date, and this one is closing fast. The days around this supermoon are not like any other days. They carry this raw, unfiltered energy that won't be back for months. This is the time when your actions have bigger echoes, your emotions burn a little brighter, and the universe is listening a little more closely. But once the moon starts to get smaller, that window begins to close. The clarity, the motivation, the magnetic feeling, all of it starts to fade. That's why hesitating right now costs you more than it normally would. Once the light starts to shrink, so does the opportunity. Don't miss your moment. When the moon is full, it opens a doorway between what's possible and what can actually be made real. But when that light starts to dim, the doorway begins to close. It's not a punishment. It's just that cycles are sacred. What you don't claim during this peak of energy will just have to wait for another time. But that another time might not feel the same. The energy won't have the same power behind it. The spark you feel right now is rare. It's alive, and it's temporary. The only mistake you can really make is to assume that it'll just come around again soon. This is why it's so important to reflect, to release, and to act before the 7th is over. The supermoon's power isn't just in what it brings to you. It's in what it allows you to seal into your life. It gives you this short, brilliant window to realign your path, to finally close the doors that are draining you, and to open the ones that lead you toward your purpose. Think of it like energetic gravity. Everything you put your focus on during this time will be pulled into your life. That means your thoughts, your feelings, your choices, they all matter more right now. The universe doesn't respond to just words during a supermoon. It responds to commitment. Whatever you put real energy into before the light fades will set the tone for your entire next cycle. So use this time to consciously set your tone. Don't just drift through it. Don't scroll through it like it's just another night. Step into it like you're crossing a threshold. This is not just another moon. It's a checkpoint between who you have been and who you are becoming. After the 7th, the energy won't disappear, but it will settle. It will crystallize around the actions you either took or didn't take. And that's what most people don't get. Opportunities don't just vanish. They solidify. What you leave unclaimed during a supermoon doesn't just fade away. It becomes inertia. The longer you wait, the heavier it gets to try and start again. So before this moonlight starts to shrink, do something meaningful with it. Meditate, write, release something, declare something, act on something, but don't stay still. Every ounce of stillness now will turn into stagnation once the window closes. The supermoon doesn't punish you for not acting. It simply moves on. And when it does, the people who acted will be riding its afterglow, while the people who hesitated will be left wondering why everything suddenly feels so much heavier. Let this be the moment you look back on and say, that's when everything started to shift. Because once the light fades, it's not about what you wished for. It's about what you did. Hey, if you're still watching, I just want to say thank you for your time and attention. If you enjoyed this and want to see more content like it, please think about clicking that subscribe button. Your support is so appreciated. Feel free to share your own experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.